Hello, my friends. I just wanted to share something that's on my mind. Let me know if this resonates with you. I wrote this morning, we underestimate childhood and we say it's everything and nothing. Some remember none of it, some of it in bits and pieces. Others remember every detail like a haunting. I remember many things, enough to feel it in my bones, enough to know that some memories don't speak until you have your own children, or events so profound that they emancipate your buried memories. And sometimes, suddenly, your body remembers what the mind forgot. I remember the sweet smell of my mom. Airplanes, trains, and city sounds, double-decker buses and cobblestones, wet heat, coconut water, and warm jelly on the inside, snow cones on the seawall, holding my grandfather's beautiful hands, building castles out of heavy snow, hot chestnuts on Yonge Street, running wild through tall grass and goldenrods up north. And also, I remember school recitals with no one there to clap, a working mother, an absent father, trying so hard to be good, to be the right thing, trying to be strong, not knowing I was a child. The quiet ache of being sent away, living with relatives, trying not to cry. The schoolyard bullies, the betrayals, the friendships that saved me, the sickness that almost killed me, those long hospital nights, the survival that remade me, and all of it, it stays, not just in my memory, but in my nervous system, the glorious and the terrifying, in silence, in the smile that hides the tears that quietly added up over time. And then one day, maybe many days, midlife crashes in. Loss and grief open portals that have been long closed, and sensations of the past come flooding back. We're told that childhood is just a chapter. It doesn't matter. Get over it, they say. But childhood is architecture. It rewires the brain, the heart, and the gut. It builds the beliefs that can run your life. It shapes your story about who you are and what you deserve, even if that story was never true. Dr. Gabor Maté says trauma is not what happened to you. Trauma is what happened inside as a result of what happens to you. And midlife is a revelation, a biological reckoning. The moment you realize you've been living someone else's story and you finally ask, whose pain have I been carrying? Whose happiness am I denying? What's mine and what was never mine to hold? And some of us, we didn't grow up in soft places. We grew up in someone else's chaos. We grew up out of other people's pain. We learned love by surviving absence. We built confidence from scraps. We carried abandonment and called it independence. We walked with wolves in our minds and called that normal. And then we grew up. We became adults, yet still holding someone else's loss. It takes years, sometimes decades, to unlearn the lies, to recognize what real love is, to remember we were always worthy, always whole, and yet still always becoming. Midlife is the invitation to reinvention, to stop performing, to stop pleasing, to finally choose you. To be deliberate, just as you begin to forgive the past, the clock ticks louder. Time reminds you there is no forever, but maybe that's the gift. Maybe in all of the grief and loss, the gift is that less time means no time to waste, no time to beg for closure, no time to prove your worth, no time to ask for love from those who never knew how to give it or had the capacity to share it. Now is the time to break the cycle, to rebuild the foundation, to speak the unspeakable, to become your own miraculous possibility. Speaking your pain isn't betrayal, it's freedom. It takes courage to tell the truth, at least to yourself, and strength to fight for the now, for the future that you deserve, because your story is still unfolding. A new life is being born. Childhood was gestation, but midlife is chosen rebirth. It starts here and now. You get to make it from all the broken and beautiful pieces. The truth is that healing doesn't happen by accident. You need a place to lay it all down and to understand you can begin again and again, to choose your spring. Yes, to choose your spring, because you deserve that and so much more. You are a miraculous possibility. My friends, thank you for joining me on Let's Talk, produced by Wise Mindly Inc. I hope today's conversation inspired you to take action, reflect, or embrace on a new way of thinking, on a new path. And if you enjoyed today's episode, and hopefully you did, don't forget to subscribe, share, and even leave a review. Reviews matter. They allow us to do way more than we're doing now. Let's continue the journey of growth and well-being together. Until next time, I'm Coach Che Marville. Stay connected, stay curious, and let's keep talking. Know that deep in the bones of you. With love, Che.